Hey guys, in this video we are going to be talking about the middle console here, and I will teach you how to attach this aluminum MOLLE panel onto your middle console, creating this nice attachment point for many different things. For me it's going to be my first aid kit, but for you it can be many different things. As you can see, it really looks quite neat. The only problem I have it is the not really black pins, and they protrude a little bit, but that's going to be fine because I'm going to attach medicine first aid kit, so it won't be even showing. It really looks flash, really looks like that this is made out for it, but believe it or not, it's not. It's from Temu. It is for the headrest MOLLE panel back there. It's supposed to be installed there, but I have repurposed it and it fits perfectly. I will show you now how I came up and installed it. I wasn't really planning to do this video because I wanted to do it for myself. This channel isn't really kicking off, so I was really not going to be convinced that this is going to be something important and many people will be interested in, but here we are. Alright, so this is the guy I have installed there. It's from Temu. It's supposed to be the headrest attachment. It came with this kind of Velcro thingy and this kind of straps and the plastic connection or something like that. So you're supposed to make this Velcro go here, and it's going over the headrest, and you are going to have a place where you can mount something. It's going to be a good thing if you want to, I don't know, like mount some kind of first aid kits and stuff like that onto the headrest, but I'm not really interested in that because I don't want headrest to be cluttered like that. I already have this pillow thingy for my passengers, and I actually wanted this to be used for my console. I have seen Victory 4x4 having this kind of deal, and I believe I could do it by myself cheaper. And first I thought I would create this cage by myself, but then I saw this guy which was quite cheap. The price is right there, and I have decided to, yeah, I can buy it and convert it to the thingy. Hopefully and thankfully it really actually fit it perfectly. It fits like this vertically. So I have decided to puncture holes here, 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 and here. 4 holes I believe it is on the Victor 4x4 versions, but I also decided to puncture 2 extra holes, not puncture but use these 2 extra holes in the middle in order to make it as sturdy as possible. As you know, it goes inside the plastic, so you need as much connection to it as possible. Again, considering my my bag is quite heavy, it is a really chunky boy. So it will be pulling quite a lot, so I want it to be as sturdy as possible. Gladly would have done it even 2 extra, but I think 6 is going to be enough. Well, only the time will tell. As you can see, if I do it 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, it won't be symmetrical. So make sure that the extra 2, the place it is located, is up. Because I believe if you pull it up like this, it will be like trying to get down from that angle mostly. It will try to, it is in actuality all the time when the vehicle is running, it is like horizontal like this, right? So the bag will be pulling it down, but once you open it, it has kind of this angle. So it is dragging like this, and I thought that it would be better to have a connection here on the upper corner instead of the lower. I don't know, it might not be intuitive, but yeah, I decided to go on the upper than the lower. If it was in the middle, I might have gone with the middle. So yeah, this is not a big case, and of course it is an extra thing, it's a bonus. You can only go and use 4 of them. Unfortunately, this is not a straight hole, it is this cage. So in order to create a good connection, I have traced this guy onto the paper And on the other side I have this very narrow three-sided tape, so I can, using this tape, put it on the console and using a drill this hole exactly there, these holes, and through these holes will go my bolts, screws I would say, and I'm using these screws. As you can see, I have cut it because it was longer, and the reason why I'm using them instead of other ones, general ones, is that these are the screws that has the widest ribs, or whatever the hell they are called. Like, they come protrude quite a lot, so the diameter of the nail itself is quite narrow, but the diameter of this ribs is almost, like, as you can see, almost the ribs are almost twice as thick than the middle point. So in order to puncture the hole in the plastic, as it has no tip, as you can see, the tip I have cut off using my trusty this guy, and as the ribs are quite far apart, because I believe it's a wooden screw, it is very easy to get it inside and cut it without really damaging the rib at all. So it still has some kind of bite, and pushing firmly you will be able to put it inside the plastic. I will definitely suggest first, of course, to drill the plastic holes, and in order to use a good bite, so to say. As you can see, this is a bit larger, thicker than the middle portion. So I'm not going to use this bit. Unfortunately, it's a good one because it's a wooden one, so it would be easier to puncture through the plastic. But I forgot, maybe it was that guy. Yep, I believe it's this guy. Yeah, I'm planning to use this guy. As you can see, it is almost the same diameter as the nail itself, a little thicker, I believe. But from the top, you can see it is really nowhere near the thickness of the rib sides. So it will be easily punctured. It will puncture it easy. Or you know what? I might even go lower than that, because god damn, it is better to go lower and force it in than to go thicker and have bolts loose. I will go and find some more narrower bolts and maybe use drill bits and maybe use them. Okay, so I got 6 of them, and the reason why I decided to start filming from this position is that I needed spacers. So in order to use spacers, I have used nuts and stuff like this. But then I decided, you know what, this is going to be a rattly, not compressed at all. I don't want to use them. And that's why I saw this guy. This is jack stand rubber, which unfortunately wasn't fitting my jack stand. My jack stand had a different lip, so I saw it was like pressed here like this. It was the same thing here. I cut it open, created this bit, and now I using quite a thick one. As you can see, this drill bit is much thicker than the bolt itself, but the thing with the rubber is that it expands and contracts. So as you can see, using this drill bit, I wasn't really able to create the same thickness of a hole. It's much narrower, like twice narrower. But it is a perfect fit for it to go snugly like this. It's not falling off or anything. And or do I struggle putting it through? So now what I can do is create 3 from one side. I have already created 3 from one side, and then just fucking then just cut them out. As you can see, I have already got the first shape. It's not really necessary for these guys to be perfect circles, of course, because nobody will be seeing them. They will be concealed behind these pieces like it. It is a good idea to use some kind of a washer in order to prevent it going like squeezed even more in this thicker holes. And depending on your preference, well, I believe this height is already substantial enough, and I will probably use one washer in order to make it a little higher, not a significant one, like washer like this. But I believe even without that, the thickness is well enough for any kind of belt to go through for you and to attach on the MOLLE panel itself. Also make sure that any space that you add on here on the legs, on the spacers, you're basically losing inside the console, right? Well, you can always go like two spacers and have this giant space gap where you can attach anything you want, but then you are using like this volume of your console is basically gone unless you try to cram some stuff inside. That can also be done, I don't know. So yeah, basically that is the setup. That's what I'm planning and going to do. Now let me cut them up and show you the final product. All right, now we will have to do the drilling. Before we do so, I would probably have to get rid of this panel here in order to have our access to this black place here. As you can see, it is uniform. For some reason I thought there was different elevations here. Looks like it is quite large place here. The thickness is quite big, so the screws that you have protruding from the MOLLE panel should be able to easily go through without reaching the back side of. Yeah, I believe that's the case. So now I will just take, yeah, you know what, let's get rid of it. Do not do it often, because then they will lose the ability to get back together, and it will be difficult for you to install them back there. Let's change our angles. Unfortunately, I do not have a light because it is charging. Oh, I can use the flashlight here, maybe. Let's see. Yep, maybe I can squeeze it somewhere here. Maybe I can point it like this, Voila. Yeah, that's nice. All right, so now the plan. Let's measure it once again from upside down, because here are the rubber spacers I have made. I added a set of washers, metal washers, and they will go like this, but of course upside down. You know what? They fit so fucking perfectly. They fit almost like it is factory. And as you can see, it is a nice thing that they will be almost protruding from this ridge, so it won't be protruding that much as well. But I should also consider that, yeah, no, nothing is there to be considered. It won't be blocking anything because the holes will be still open for you to put stuff in it. You know what? It's going to be very cool looking, tactical looking one. Okay. Remember, you want your top parts to be up there. Just now I have to probably decide which side is the best. Like, is it better to have it up like this or down like this? Let me think. I think it should be better to be down rather than up, because once I want to close it, I do not want the ridge of the thing to clip it and make it difficult to go in. I think I will do it like this, so I will probably create a bigger spot up there instead of down here. All right, now what we have to do is put it aside. As you can see, again, it is firm. Maybe your vehicle has different elevations here. If this is down, if it is lower than the sides here, you can always use different amount of washers in order to make everything feel uniform. All right, now let's get our, I will need 2 hands here. I have placed it. Remember, I decided to have these non-centered 2 holes up instead of having them below. Also, I now remember that my first aid kit opens up like if you imagine like this. So it will be, if I'm using it, it will be like pushing. If it is in this position, it will be pushing in this screw, so aiding them in order to keep this whole assembly in here, but instead pulling on this screw. So it is better to reinforce the top part than the bottom part. I believe so, at least. So that's my decision. Now what we have to do is take the drill bit and only use the first one, because this is the diameter which is the closest to being almost as thick as the trunk of the bolt, but not as large as to being on the ribs side for the bolts. So I will make these holes now. I will need again 2 hands and then screw them here. All the holes are ready, and again, unfortunately, I will need all 4 of my hands in order to push it here, and it's also bolted inside, so I won't be able to film that unfortunately, but I will show you the, well, I believe you have seen the final result in the beginning of the video. So basically that's it. Hope you like this idea. I really enjoyed it. I really love the price of it and how it looks here. And I really also love the fact that this is aluminum instead of being plastic. Unfortunately, the top part that I have here, these guys that I have installed on these visors, they are plastic, very flimsy, and they have bent here. And also they made the cards that I keep here, like the gas station coupon card or my identification cards, it is bending them. But yeah, they are fine. But the fact that this is an aluminum one is a great surprise. Feels really rigid and quite nice. And I believe I might even buy more of them and create some other spaces and places inside my vehicle where I might add some more stuff, mounting brackets using these guys for different tools and things. So that was it. Hope you enjoyed and liked this video, like the idea. And just be careful not to over drill it, because if you enlarge the hole past the bolt thickness, then you're done. You cannot use, or you cannot really rely and trust that hole anymore. Okay, that was it. Have a nice day. See you next time. Bye bye.